Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analysts Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. So with Wade on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. We've got Garnett. Irving is out there with Jordan. Then there's Yao, and it's Tatum in at the 3 spot. And for Albuquerque, Mutombo is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then it's Paul George, and it's Yao in at the center, locking down the middle.
Now check out Yao doing big man things. I mean, this guy's size makes those openings easy picking.
Offensive rebound.
Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
And there's the pass to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
So impressive is the athleticism of Ben Simmons.
Here's Jordan. Yao with the block. And they get it back. Tatum, that's for 2. Rebound by Yao. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. To the paint. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And they get it back. And it's Irving missing. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And Simmons slams it in.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
All new players now for Albuquerque. And a deep 3 from Irving. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Irving against Wagner. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Eaton. He's covered by Yao. 4 on the shot clock. Albuquerque needs to get a shot off here. Wagner. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And Yao gets it to go on the assist from Julius Irving.
This is why they get Yao the ball inside. He's basically unguardable this close to the rim.
Pass to Rizachet. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, pass to Eaton. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
All new players now for Albuquerque. Now here's Robertson. Passes it to Chamberlain. Mutombo grabs the board. Albuquerque leading by 5. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Simmons slams it in.
Gives the team such a great element, having a 1 guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Now George. After the missed 3 from Oscar Robertson. And it's to Kembe with the jam.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Chamberlain, the pass to Banchero. Yao with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Ming makes defensively, using that huge reach to block or alter shots.
They shoot again. Robertson kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip now. Albuquerque leading by 9. Right side out of Kumbo. To the middle. Here's Mutombo. And it's Dikembe with the jam.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical. This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
And it's Simmons penetrating.
And this is Simmons at his best. When this kid is attacking the rim, he is tough to contain.
Here's Wade. And, oh, he just jams it right over Ben Simmons. Wow.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively.
And so it's Albuquerque. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Albuquerque?
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
So with Wade on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. They've got Jason Tatum. Garnett is out there with Yao, and it's Michael Jordan, and it's Irving in at the 2 spot.
Just a knockdown shooter. Garnett so good with the ball in his hands.
Albuquerque leading by 12. Pass to Rizachet. Back to Wagner. And finish off by Wagner.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Jordan drives in. Left side, Irving. Looks for Garnett. He gets it to him. Not going to go that time.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
The pass to Robinson. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Love the show of force there from Robinson. When he's deep inside, it is clear for takeoff.
Chicago trails by 16. Pass to Garnett. Irving kicks to Tatum. Garnett surveying the defense. Back to Tatum. Passes it to Yao. Fires from the wing. They get it back. And Garnett able to finish.
And the arms of Garnett go on forever. And that length makes him a problem on the offensive glass.
Down low. And finish off by Wagner.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
And now the first timeout called here for Albuquerque. Bulls making a switch here. Olajuwon's checked in. Albuquerque leading by 16. Right side Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Here's Irving. That's tipped. George with the steal. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Pass to Yao. And finished off by Yao.
And you could see that dunk coming from a while away. I mean, he lives for those moments.
And so do all of his fans. He doesn't disappoint. When he's got a clear path to the bucket, he's going to do something, special.
And given his ability, someone needed to rotate to try and contest that.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Albuquerque. There's the dish to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And I tell you what, nobody willing to put a stop to that slam.
Yeah, Greg, for the defense, that was a case of stand back, watch the show, buckle up.
He saw the defense playing soft and simply used his natural gifts to take advantage.
Simmons against Jordan. Simmons passes to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, yes, sir. PJ making it look easy.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Albuquerque on D. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. Right side, Abdul-Jabbar. With the fadeaway. Eaton grabs the miss.
A fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Wagner's got nearly everything to drop for him, shooting 5 of 6 from the field.
And having Eaton protecting the rim, that's about the same as building a brick wall around the basket. Just nothing gets over him. What an intimidator down low.
Stolen by Wade. Here's KD. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
To the inside. And the dunk by Rijache.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Here's Wade. Sweet little floater. Wade's got his third basket of the night.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
And so it's Albuquerque.
Your home team, 45. The away team, 25.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
Paul George is out there with Ben Simmons, then there's Yao, and then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Mutombo in at the 4-man position. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
And it's George finishing it off.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. The pass to Yao. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Yao is clever with that bump fake, going right into the contact once he gets the D in the air.
Now a timeout called by Albuquerque.
Timeout, home team. It's T-shirt time. Who wants one?
Some changes for Albuquerque.
15. Make some noise.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And, you know, he's such a huge figure from a cultural standpoint. Yao is also someone teammates love playing with because of that easygoing personality. That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
Oh, as he should. Very impressive.
Now, how about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Tatum kicks to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Rebound by Albuquerque.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
He's just really a one-man wrecking crew down low. And with this timeout, they've got to make some adjustments because he's been steady inside.
Yao with the block. Now, Giannis. Inside. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Fires away from way outside. No good that time.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Jordan passes to Tatum. Mutombo against Garnett. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Good on the three-point shot. Tatum's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Albuquerque leading by 23. George looking over the floor. Simmons. And there's the drive.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
To the paint, here's Jordan. Rebound by Albuquerque. Yao's got 5 rebounds tonight. .151 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Mutombo. To the inside, and Simmons slams it in.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Jordan against Simmons. And Garnett misses. Now a timeout called by Albuquerque.
Who wants a t-shirt?
So both teams changing it up here.
15. Make some noise.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Robinson against Wade. Robinson passes to Bogut. Drops in the layup for 2. Bogut's got his first bucket of the night.
And the Aussie Bogut just outstanding at gutting it through there in the finish.
And the Bulls with another miss. Banchero against Banchero. Banchero dishes to Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Here's Bogut. And finished off by Bogut.
Yeah, just a forceful finish there. Bogut has that natural power.
And here are the Bulls now. High post Chamberlain. Bogut against Robertson. 23 seconds left to play here in the third. 5 on the clock. Wade against Robinson. Wade misses.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Jordan on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. Hardaway is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Chamberlain. Then it's Olajuwon. And it's KD in at the three, the small forward. Simmons with it. Dishes to Yao. And Yao slams it in.
An exceptionally strong passer for his age. Simmons easily finds his teammate.
Here's Hardaway. He feeds it to Olajuwon. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Outside Hardaway. Rebound by Albuquerque. Outside, George. Passes to Yao. Back to George. Poke loose. To the middle. Here's Giannis. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Down low. Here's Elijah.
I mean, I hope you can appreciate the torque that kind of move generates. He just has that natural explosiveness. The dream is something to behold.
You know, I like that recognition. He knows he's in rhythm, knows this is the time to give his team some punch.
And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Good. And that's now 24 points for Ben Simmons.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them. Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Here's George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Dwayne Wade.
Well, Paul George is a difficult defensive assignment precisely for this reason. He's going to force you into contact.
And George drops them both. Chicago with the ball. KD passes to Olajuwon. Yao with the block. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
And this is where the size of Ming is just too much. I have to foul him when he's that close.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Albuquerque.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket. And watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
Robertson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade.
Oscar Robertson.
Chamberlain gone 1 of 4 so far. Right side Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Durant, the pass to Chamberlain. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. The feed to Yao. And finished off by Yao.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great... defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Paolo Banchero's checked in for the Bulls. Wagner against Robertson. Can they get it? Eaton grabs the miss. Eaton's got his 4th rebound in this one. 1:33 left in the 4th quarter. Wagner, the shot's good.
That's a big-time finish by Franz Wagner. Might be young, but he is undeterred.
Pass to Olajuwon. That one good for 2. Olajuwon's got 4 points this quarter. 1:22 left in the 4th. And Wagner's got the ball here for Albuquerque. And the dunk by Rijache.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
There's the pass to Olajuwon. The putback. Here's Wagner. Throws it up high, and he goes in for the dunk.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Inside, here's Wagner. To the middle, here's Banchero.
And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
That one goes. Count it.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Hardaway with a wide open look. Here's KD and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Yeah, you call that hitting the glass with a purpose. You love to watch Kevin Durant use his size and length to create opportunity.
To the paint, here's Wagner, and finished off by Wagner.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. And so Albuquerque takes the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved it.